Hello, this is Bill Vernon, your I-35 group Keller Williams agent for the Central Texas area. And I'd love to come to you and give you a market update. Here we're sitting at the end of December. What's going on in the real estate market in Killeen and Harker Heights, two cities that we service on the team. And real estate is still crazy. I love it. Every day is a different day and lots going on. I'm going to do this on the front end instead of the back end, and that's what are Bill's predictions for 2022. And here's the deal. I don't make predictions. COVID taught me a lot in the last couple of years about not making predictions, because you got pandemics and governments and blah, 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 and demographic changes and government politics that have just totally changed the landscape in the last 2 years. You'll often hear me refer to BC, before COVID. In fact, we're going to kind of talk about that in this discussion. There's still a lot of headwinds I'm seeing that are coming up. For instance, we're not going to see a lot of houses being thrown up. Board feet of lumber has gone up. I think it's board foot, but hey, you know what I'm saying. Lumber is expensive. It's gotten back to crazy amounts. For a builder, especially custom builds, it's hard for them to get just simple stuff like windows. It might take almost a year to get here. Crazy delivery time. So that makes it harder for even the big boys to get their deliveries. Shingles, it's just crazy. So my prediction is that we're going to still see that kind of going on. So not a lot of houses being thrown up. Another thing is, let's go to the lending side, which is very important. How are you going to pay for the house? A large portion of my clients use financing, and this is what I'm going to see. We're going to see little increment increases, and they're telegraphing to us right now, of increases of interest rates. So this is what I'm going to tell you. If you're selling a house, that means you have less buyers. And if you're buying a house, you're going to pay more for it. So there's going to be price pressure on houses as we go through the year. Again, not crazy differences, but still we're going to start seeing some issues on that front. So there's my predictions for 2022. Don't hold me to them, because who knew about, I was sitting here in 2019 going, this is what's going to happen in the market. How did I know? 3 months later, crazy showed up on our doorstep, right? So let's get on some statistics. Let's first look at my favorite little town, Harker Heights. They're all my favorite little towns, by the way. Let's look at Harker Heights. So, I've talked about it before. Where's the sweet spot of the bat in Harker Heights? Where are the houses selling the most? And that is at the $200,000 to $300,000 range. That's where 50% of the market is in Harker Heights. Then the next biggest is the 25. Anything over $300,000 to $400,000. That's the next. That's 25% of the sales. So that's where most of the activity is going. In fact, the average sale in Harker Heights in November was $289, and that's up 27% year over year. So I want you to kind of put that in your noggin. We've had a 25% increase over 2020, much less the increase that we got over 2019, 2 years ago. So if interest rates go up a little, and I don't know, I'm just picking a number out of my hat, and you get a 10% drop, you're still on a 17% increase just over 2020's prices. Okay, active listings was flat, 27. Closing sales were up 15.2% over November 2021. And days on market is 54. That's 33 days less than 2020. So that's very good. In kind of comparison, in the Waco area, it's almost 70 days from when you list it, when you get it closed. Now the I-35 team will do you a lot better, by the way. When I look at those numbers, I go, gosh, who's hanging on their house for 21 days? We get you under contract a lot quicker. And months on inventory is still 0.4, which is not much of a change over last year. So there is very few houses. In other words, we stopped putting any houses on. We're done inside of 2 weeks of there. Right now, currently, you have 26 listings, which, as we can see, is roughly what is running through the Harker Heights area. So there's the housing report for Harker Heights. Let's go to Killeen now. Housing report. Now the sweet spot of the bat there is still kind of interesting, is in the twos, from the twos to the 300s. That's 47%. The next is from the 100s to 200s is 38%. So that's where the sweet spot of the bat is. That's where the most activity is going. So the average price was $209, and just for giggles and kind of thinking about this, and I want you to kind of start probably taking notes. This is kind of interesting. In 2019 in December, the average price was $165,500 versus $209. I want you to think about that again. Year over year, I should say, in November, there was a 23.3% increase. Okay. Again, if interest rates click up and we lose 10% of the value, which is a lot of money, I'm not encouraging get your house on the market today. Call me. However, you're still making 13% over 2020. Let's go to active listings. We're up 35%. Closings were up 39% with 260. The absorption rate was 0.5. Again, if we stop putting houses on the market in Killeen in less than 2 weeks, we have no houses. And the closing time is really, really short, is 51 days on the market. So if you were saying to me, I think I want to be somewhere in April, guess what? You should be calling me right this second to get your house on the market. Okay, that's 4 days less than in 2022. Now, I want to kind of throw out back to the statistics part of me that was looking at 2019 before COVID really kicked in. The Temple Killeen area had 1,244 listings on the market. Today, I just went and looked. We got 247. See the big difference? So here's what I'm going to say to you. If you're a seller, you need to get there and get there fast, because we're at the top of the market. The market's at its top. In fact, I was looking at expireds in some other markets. In our market, they're increasing, which tells me two things. First off, we got some agents out there that really need to sit down and talk to their clients and have those tough conversations, which we're not afraid to do. We want to, the purpose of listing your house is getting it sold. And the next thing is that we're at the top of the market. If you were looking at 6 months ago, even roughly a year ago, you just didn't see expired listings, listings that did not sell. That just didn't happen. So the market has hit its top, and now you need to get in front of agents that can really super understand this market at a high level, how to negotiate contracts, because the drama is about to start with the increase in interest rates and the fact that we're at the top of the market. And so it's going to, just putting a sign out in the yard is not going to get it done anymore. So if you have any questions about real estate, and if you want information specific to your subdivision, because after all, real estate is local, feel free to reach out to me. We can give you quarterly updates of your subdivision, answering your questions about what you need to do to keep the most valuable possession and financial investment you have going on looking good and sharp. And all you have to do is reach out to me. Of course, you can get me at my email. It's bill@i35group.com. And I look forward to giving you more updates in the future. We'll see you soon. Bye now.